Welcome to this class. We will quickly look at our next topic, which is product life cycle theory. Okay, what happens in international markets is the fact that there is a lot of competition across country, and so product life cycle theory tries to explain what happens when a particular country innovates, brings in an innovation and decides to champion this product. So it becomes important to understand what happens in this kind of environment. Now, this theory emphasizes the fact that there is a process in production of goods. It's actually an advanced version of technology gap theory. It has 5 stages, and the innovating country that invents the product and standardizes it becomes a net export at the fifth a net import at the fifth stage. Okay, now the product actually the theory was designed based on US economy experience. Now, there are basic assumptions of this theory. The assumptions include the fact that the technology innovation is done by capital-rich countries. They introduce the new product, and then the inventing firm have real or imagined monopolistic advantage in the production of that particular product. The need and the opportunities in the domestic market actually stirred up the innovation of a new product. The innovating firm has little information about the condition existing in foreign markets. The home environment in the advanced country where this is initially innovated, produced, is different from that of other advanced countries. There may also, that's the sixth one, there may also be events that will trigger rivalry, competing producers coming in to produce that particular product. Now, the is important. The theory suggests that at the early in the life cycle of all the products, all parts and labor associated with the product come from the area in which it is invented. In the later stage of this particular technology, there could be outsourcing of some of this production process, but initially virtually everything is assumed to come from the originating country. Okay, now this is the 5 stages of product life cycle, as stated by the theory. It has the introduction, it has growth stage, it has maturity, it has saturation and decline. We'll quickly look at each of them and then we'll wrap up this class. Number one is that the introduction stage. At the introduction stage, a new product is proposed. The technology and the product design are not perfect. Production is limited. The new products are only produced and sold locally. Now, at the growth stage, at that stage, the producing method and the product design will get more and more perfect. The new industry or the domestic market will grow faster and faster. The innovating nation cannot only meet the demand of the domestic market, but will also begin to export this new product. The comparative advantage they have is like a monopolistic advantage over other nations and firms because they introduced it. Okay, now at the maturity stage, at this stage the producing methods and the product design are standardized and fixed. When they are standardized and fixed, this producing or innovating firm can begin to outsource part of their production process. Because the standards are known, any firm that is helping them knows what is required. Also, at the same time, during this maturity, other nations will begin to imitate what this innovating firm or nation is doing. Yes, we know how US became the major market or producer of microwave. But it got to a point where South Korea, powered by the government of South Korea, and the engineers decided to understudy the microwave of US and started imitating it. So that's what happens at the stage of maturity. Other nations or firms will start imitating that product, and that will bring about serious competition, and in terms of the products. Now, at the saturation stage, at this period, the producing method and the product design of the imitating nation will get better and better to a point where it competes favorably against, with innovating nation. So imitating nation will start exporting this new product to the third nation's market, competing with the innovating nation. And that's what happens. They will begin to saturate the market. The innovating nations competitiveness will begin to decline rapidly. Okay, and then at the last stage, what happens is that the other stage, the innovating the innovating nation loses its competitiveness completely. It can no longer produce the new products. So it becomes more economical for the innovating nations to start importing the products they initially introduced. We see this a lot that has happened in the mobile phone production. It must depend on the imports to meet the domestic demand. So the production center will translate to developing nation, and that's what happens at the final stage. So remember the 5 stages of innovation, of life cycle theory as discussed. The first is introduction, the second is growth, the third is maturity, saturation, and decline. These are what happens basically in the life cycle theory of a product. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.